The sunrise now directly over Des Moines. We don't have any clouds really moving around. It's good news for us. We are already at 48 degrees, and we have a good warm up today to the low 60s. But this is going to come with a drop off. Not so much for tonight, but for tomorrow, more of a lack of a warm up. Clouds will start to settle in this afternoon. We're not going to see a completely cloudy sky just yet. But Saturday morning, very early, that cloud cover settles in. It keeps us in the mid to low 30s, and now we have our precipitation. This is very likely that first snowfall of the season for at least half of us. Northern half of Iowa, pretty good shot at getting some kind of accumulating snowfall. A few spots are picking up on a bit more, but generally, all of us in the 30s, we can have snowfall reaching the ground while it's 36 or 37 outside. It'll just come down to what that radiational cooling from the snowfall will actually do for us. It sticks with us for nearly the entire day. And then just after sunset, it starts moving off, but the sky also clears up. That's going to allow us to cool down until we are in the low 20s, mid to low 20s for Sunday morning, and then barely getting to the freezing line for Sunday afternoon. That is with the sky clearing up. So this northwest wind is going to have a lot of cold air being brought in with it, giving us a pretty rough feel-like temperature or wind chill. Northwestern Iowa, best chance of seeing it. Call it good snowfall accumulation. We're talking about 1 inch to 2 inches, maybe a few isolated spots, see a bit more that are further off towards the northwest. And then generally the upper half of the state, anywhere from a dusting to maybe ½ an inch to a full inch of snowfall. So of course, the further south you move, the lower the amounts are going to be, except for this one band that's been fairly consistent in showing up, sitting in around the middle of the state. But the highs for Saturday will be hit in the morning time. We will see this around probably 6 to 8 a.m. and then it's a steady, slow drop off for the rest of the day. But the wind chill becomes a lot more of a factor than the actual temperature, because when we're down to around 30 degrees for Saturday night, we're feeling like 20 degrees. Thankfully, this is mostly late at night and overnight. So for Saturday itself, things are at least tolerable in that regard. It's Sunday that has a bigger concern, because now we're talking the middle of the day being in the low 30s and the wind chill sitting between roughly 18 and 22 degrees for the entire day. That will set us up to have the coldest we have seen in really since last winter, where we are down to the low 20s for Monday morning. But currently, pretty good setup. Mid 40s, there is a wind chill that does have us down into the upper 30s in a few spots, but we also have just had a cold front pass. So we have that west and northwest wind really supplying the cooler air. But at the bus stop, not a lot of concerns. We get the sunshine, we'll warm up pretty quickly. It's more of just a wind and cloud setup that keeps things. We can ignore that. That is my mistake. Once we get into the weekend, weather impact alert is active for Saturday night. It's the best chance of us seeing that snowfall really start to pile up. And then we see next week have a good warming trend for us. So Sunday and Monday, fairly cold settings, and then we are back into the mid and low 50s for most of next week, finally getting back to that seasonal feel. Joseph?
All right, thank you. Here's a